I bragged that I was an expert campus housekeeper. I never expected the employer to actually offer me a sky-high salary of $60,000 a month. Not only did the whole school mock me as a love-addled simp, even the employer himself publicly humiliated me as just a maid. But none of them knew that this was, in fact, my secret profession. Right then, my employer suddenly proposed I pretend to be his girlfriend, all because he needed help fending off family-arranged marriage pressure. I simped for Luke Dawson for 3 years, cooking for him, doing his laundry, even writing his elective assignments. Later, someone asked him, "Luke, Jennifer Delaney's been simping over you for so long. You never caught feelings?" In the dim light, I heard him chuckle. "Huh? She's just a housekeeper. Why would I?" The room burst into laughter. But what they didn't know was that Luke paid me $60,000 every month. I actually was his well-paid campus housekeeper. The day I met Luke was the lowest day of my life. My dad had fallen at a construction site and broken his leg. My mom had to care for him while juggling 3 jobs and collapsed from exhaustion. I was about to drop out and work. Then Luke showed up and said he needed a campus housekeeper, asked if I could handle it. "Rest easy, sir. Cooking, laundry, mopping floors, scrubbing toilets, I can do it all." He smiled. "No need for mopping or toilets." After a beat, he added, "And don't call me sir." "Okay, Luke, classmate." And just like that, I landed a high-paying job. Boss Luke advanced me 3 months' salary, $180,000, exactly what my dad's surgery would cost. From then on, I served Boss Luke with all my heart. He had an apartment near campus and said I could use the kitchen whenever. So I got up at 6 every morning to make him a full breakfast and delivered it to the dorm entrance. I hand-washed his clothes one by one, ironed them, and folded everything into neat stacks. Twice a week I brought him desserts, strictly tailored to his tastes. Low fat, low sugar, with 4 or more kinds of fresh fruit. Whenever he planned to eat out with friends, I'd book the place in advance and pre-order the dishes. Everyone on campus mocked me as a brainless girl in love. But wasn't I just doing my job? Boss Luke was having dinner with his roommates again. That afternoon he texted me, "They want a drink. Find somewhere quiet. Reply when you get this." I tapped back. 1. Then started searching for the right restaurant. Once it was booked, I sent him the address and private room number. "Need me to order a car?" "No, I'm driving. You'll be drinking, right?" "I'll arrange a driver to take you back." Luke shot over a voice message. "Forget it. You come too and drive me home." "Okay." To meet Boss Luke's business needs, I got my license last year. As soon as Luke sat in the passenger seat, he shut his eyes to rest. I swung by the campus gate to pick up his 3 roommates. When they saw me in the driver's seat, they looked spooked. "Jennifer, you're coming too?" I shook my head. "Nope, I'm just driving you there. When you're done, I'll drive you back." One guy clicked his tongue. "Girl, you're simping way too hard. Really not necessary." Luke cracked an eyelid. "Jennifer, why are we still parked here? Waiting for a ticket?" I apologized in a rush and merged into traffic. Luke had told me to keep the campus housekeeper thing secret. Anytime money's involved, people will overthink it. If rumors spread, it's bad for both of us. Might as well let them call you a simp. I get the service, you get the paycheck, nobody loses. I agreed, 1,000%. Luke was the boss, and a generous one. Whatever he said, went. Besides his roommates, a few classmates from his major showed up too. After a few rounds of drinks, they started Truth or Dare. Luke drew Truth. A girl named Jessica Miller asked, "Luke, Jennifer's been simping after you forever. You really don't have feelings?" "Nope. Why not? She's pretty cute." "It's not my type?" Luke laughed softly. "Huh? She's just a housekeeper. Why would I catch feelings?" I glanced into the room and ran right into Jessica's gloating look. That night I got blasted on the campus confession wall. "Jennifer, Luke, the campus heartthrob, clearly said he's not into you. Stop pestering him. Freshman Jennifer from class of 21, have a little shame as a girl, will you? Miss Delaney, please stop harassing Luke." I nearly hurled my phone. Loose talk like that could get me fired. I hurried to message boss Luke. Sorry, I'll get the confession wall mess cleaned up within 3 days. Luke. 1. But a moment later, he added, so annoying. Why don't you just be my girlfriend? I was so shocked, I dropped my phone. Boss, absolutely not. That would turn me from paid housekeeper into unpaid housekeeper. I replied. Gonna pass, thanks. The confession wall thing was most likely Jessica's doing. She liked Luke and found out I delivered his meals daily. So she started competing. Luke had received her homemade cookies and egg yolk pastries, which boss Luke assumed were from me. Handing me the pink lunchbox, he said, Nice effort, but don't make these again. Nearly broke my tooth. Your tiramisu's better, I explained, mortified. I didn't make these, boss. Look, there's a card in the bag. Probably from someone crushing on you. Luke's brow furrowed. From someone else? I nodded. He snorted, half amused. Jennifer, if people are bringing me food, what does that tell you? That you're handsome? No. He folded his arms. That she's encroaching on your scope of work. You should be worried about your position being threatened. My internal alarm bells went off. But, boss, other people confessing to you isn't really in my job description. Huh? Why wouldn't it be? He gave me a sidelong look. You're my designated simp in name. Shouldn't you be handling rivals? Or is my pay too low? It's plenty. Okay, from now on, if someone confesses to you, I'll go talk to her. Make her drop the idea. Deal? Suit yourself. You take someone's money, you solve their problems. A few minutes later, Luke handed me a giant basket of love letters. No clue who wrote them. Go take care of it. I did a rough count over 100. That's a pretty massive workload. Luke turned to leave, but I grabbed his arm. Boss Luke! Wait, about this rival in love thing, I think we should plan carefully. His birthday was coming up, and one of his roommates suddenly asked what gift I was preparing. Honestly, I hadn't planned to give him anything. After all, I was just a fake simp, not someone who actually liked him. But then I thought, maybe I should butter up the boss a little. Workplace relations matter, right? How could I not bring a birthday gift? His roommate started chirping in my ear. Girl, you can't let Jessica outshine you. I heard she's going all out this year. She made him a brooch herself, real gems, super expensive. My head throbbed. Spending a fortune on Luke's present? No way. That'd be completely backwards. So I posted online. Guys, my boss's birthday is coming up. What kind of gift should I get him? The replies were all, gold bars, 2 bottles of Mutai, premium tea. Something felt off. So I tried again. Guys, my secret crush's birthday is coming up. He's super rich, I'm super broke. Please suggest something cheap. The comments were pure mockery. Are you for real? Broke? And still chasing hotties? Poor and stingy. How about an apartment in Thompson Riviera? Buried under all the insults, I finally found one helpful comment. Give him something handmade, like a scarf you knit yourself. A handmade scarf, cheap and practical. Great idea. Only problem was, I had no time. So I opened up Taobao. I typed in, hand-knit scarf service. And there it was. You could even choose between beginner and expert levels. I picked the complete beginner option. The seller guaranteed it'd look crooked and clumsy, obviously handmade. I swear, I only wanted to show Luke my sincerity with this ugly scarf. Who could have guessed he'd actually wear it around his neck? Sir, were the beige LV scarf I sent for dry cleaning last week, or the 2 Burberry plaids I ironed, not soft or stylish enough? Why would you hang a 29? 9 yuan Taobao pumpkin-colored, faux hand-knit acrylic scarf around your noble neck? To make up for it, I immediately ordered the 69.9 yuan expert knitter version. When Luke got the second scarf, his expression was complicated. Not bad. Don't make another one. That's when I noticed red bumps on his neck. Oh my God, had the cheap synthetic one given him an allergic rash? I felt awful. I bought ointment and offered it to him with both hands. I'm so sorry. Luke sat there, cool as ever, not even reaching for it. I waited a long while before he finally spoke. Jennifer, what are you waiting for? You want me to apply it myself? Oh. I unscrewed the cap and scooped up some of the cooling cream, gently spreading it over his reddened skin. My fingers accidentally brushed his Adam's apple. Luke swallowed hard. Maybe I should do it myself. But when he left, I noticed his ears were bright red, like they were about to bleed. Luke was a genuine rich young master, and his family threw him a grand birthday banquet, social elites everywhere. It was supposed to have nothing to do with me. But Luke said I should come on Saturday too. When I tried to object, he shot me a look. It's my birthday party. If you don't come, who will? Boss Luke, don't you already have several housekeepers? What am I supposed to do there? Team building with my live-in staff. Any objections? My head spun. Team building. At the boss's mansion. Seriously. Then he added, oh, and buy yourself a decent dress. Don't show up looking cheap. I had only one question. Boss, can I expense it? He seemed to hesitate, then said, forget it. I'll just take you shopping myself. Honestly, your taste worries me. He could mock me all he wanted, as long as he paid. He was the best boss in the world. But who could have imagined he'd pick a cocktail dress worth 59,998 yuan? God, 2 yuan more and it'd be my entire monthly salary. Trembling, I clutched the price tag. Boss, you'll reimburse me, right? Luke flicked my forehead and told the clerk. Put it on my card. I swear, those were the 2 most beautiful words in the world. A 60,000 yuan dress, who wouldn't love it? I planned to wear it for 50 years. Luke hadn't invited any classmates, but I saw Jessica at the Dawson mansion. She was in a white tulle gown, fluttering toward Luke like a butterfly. Luke! Smack. Jessica tripped and fell right in the middle of the hall, face first. Guess polished marble floors aren't always a good thing. I hurried over to help her up, but she didn't even say thank you, just burst into tears and threw herself into Luke's arms. Luke kept his hands awkwardly raised, flashing me desperate looks. Miss Jessica, I said, pulling her away. Luke's suit just got wrinkled. Needs attention. Then Jessica gasped. Ah, the birthday gift I spent so long preparing, I broke it when I fell. I glanced down. It must have been that legendary brooch Jessica designed and made herself. Not sure I should say this, but I doubted Luke would like a pink diamond bow brooch. The Dawson family's butler stepped in smoothly. Miss Jessica, please come with me to the lounge and get your wounds treated. I'll have someone fix your gift. No need to worry. Then he turned to me. And you are, miss? Luke answered for me. This is Jennifer, my classmate. The butler beamed. Miss Jennifer, pleasure to meet you. I shook his hand, thinking, Butler, sir. Technically, you're my superior. Just call me Jennifer. Ha ha ha. I was hiding in a corner enjoying a mini cake when Jessica sauntered over. She pointed toward a tall, fair woman in a pink, strapless fishtail gown. See that girl? That's Kristen, Cindy Luke's arranged fiancé. I nodded thoughtfully. So that's the future, Mrs. Boss. Jessica sneered at me. Jennifer, look at yourself. Do you really think you can compare with her? I wasn't even trying to compare. But Jessica seemed to be she was wearing the same designer brand and even the same necklace as Kristen. Just then, Kristen walked over to us. She greeted us warmly and introduced herself. I'm Kristen. You must be Luke's classmates, right? I'm a little older. I've already graduated. I'm a jewelry designer now. Jessica's face darkened. No wonder she designed that brooch herself. It was all part of this rivalry. Kristen handed me a glass of red wine. Try this. I brought it from home. I took a sip and met her inquisitive gaze. It's delicious, I said. Kristen smiled gently, brushing her hair off her shoulder. It's nothing special. I made it myself for fun. Then she handed me another glass. Try this one too? I forced it down and praised again. Also good. Honestly, I couldn't taste a thing. I'd only ever had wine twice in my life. Kristen toyed with the ring on her finger and said slowly, "You're all just little girls. I won't hold it against you. Jessica can compete with me all she wants. I never take it seriously. But you, Jennifer. I don't like people getting too close to Luke." Clearly, Kristen saw me as a rival. Fair enough in everyone else's eyes. I was Luke's pathetic fangirl. Who would believe our relationship was purely professional and paid? I was just about to explain when Luke appeared. "Kristen, long time no see," he said with a smile. "What were you just saying to my girlfriend?" Kristen's eyes flicked over me, then to Luke, then back to me again. "Luke, did you just say Miss Jennifer here is your girlfriend?" Luke raised a brow. "Is there a problem? If she weren't, why would I bring her home?" "Excuse me? I thought I was here for a housekeeper team-building event." Kristen gracefully congratulated him and excused herself. I leaned in, whispering, "Boss, this wasn't part of the plan." Luke lowered his voice, too. "Starting today, you've got a new assignment." "What assignment?" "My mom's trying to set me up with someone. You'll pretend to be my girlfriend." I blinked for a while before asking, "So, does that count as overtime?" Luke ground his teeth. "Your salary goes up 30%. Good boyfriend," I said sweetly. I cheerfully hooked my arm through his. "Where do we need to put on our act?" From that day, the news, "Jennifer leveled up successfully," spread across the whole campus. Everyone knew I'd become Luke's girlfriend. When I got up at 6 again to make breakfast, Luke stopped me. "Don't. People have been calling me a jerk for days." "Why?" I asked. Luke frowned. "Because I let my girlfriend get up at 6 to cook for me. To clear his bad name, he canceled my breakfast duties. He even started buying me breakfast himself." I ate nervously. Everyone congratulated me, saying I'd won the ultimate prize after simping so long. Only Jessica sneered. "You don't actually believe it, do you? Luke's just playing with you." "So what if he's playing? A 30% raise is a 30% raise. He could juggle my head like a soccer ball and I'd still take it." Jessica left in a huff after failing to get a rise out of me, throwing back, "Just you wait." That night, I found out what she meant. They organized another club dinner and made sure Luke brought me along. Some guys snickered. Jennifer used to trail Luke like a dog, and now she's acting human. Kinda weird to see. The mood turned awkward. I wasn't one to back down. So I smiled and said, "Really? Makes sense, though. I'm not used to seeing pigs at the table either." Jessica quickly smoothed things over, telling everyone to start eating. Then she kept piling food onto Luke's plate. But Luke had this quirk: he never ate food someone else picked for him. So I had to eat it all for him, tears in my eyes. It was actually delicious. After a while, they started another round of Truth or Dare. Luke, unlucky as ever, drew truth. Jessica leaned forward eagerly. "Luke, are you serious about Jennifer? Or just fooling around?" Luke leaned back in his chair, eyes cold. "Are you out of your mind asking something like that?" Jessica flushed, but pressed on. "Last month, right here, you said you only saw Jennifer as a maid. What, now you like her?" "What's wrong with maids? Can't I like one?" A guy chimed in. "Then tell us, what do you like about Jennifer?" Luke stared at me for a few seconds. "She's pretty, graceful, smart, a great cook. Is that enough? Or should I keep going?" My face burned. Why was he suddenly complimenting me like that? Totally embarrassing. A few days later, Luke moved me into his apartment. To outsiders, it looked like a sweet couple moving in together. In reality, it was just so I could wake up at 6 and make breakfast. To get back at me, he even ordered 8 dishes and a soup. The man was ruthless. I had to get up at 5:30. A true capitalist tyrant. But I liked it. Mostly because he couldn't finish it all. So the leftovers went straight into my stomach. I stocked up on fancy imported ingredients at the supermarket. I picked the most expensive of everything. After all, it was all reimbursed. The next day, Luke was very pleased with the meal. But who could have guessed his mom would suddenly show up? She stared, dumbfounded, at the lavish spread and at me in an apron holding a spatula. "Luke, this is how you treat your girlfriend?" I quickly put down the pan. "Auntie, it's fine, I really love cooking." But she still scolded Luke for his extravagance. "Your father and I have 3 cooks at home, and even we don't eat this much for breakfast." Inwardly, I was thrilled. You know what that means? It means I'm worth 3 professionals. Luke's mom insisted I come stay at her house for a few days. I couldn't refuse, so I went. She even kindly arranged for me to sleep in Luke's bedroom. Oh boy. I sensibly started making a bed on the floor. Of course I did. No way I'd let my noble boss sleep down there. Luke watched me move with practiced efficiency, looking like he wanted to say something. "Boss, what is it?" He opened a door. I was going to say, "My bedroom's a suite." "There's a smaller room here. You don't need to sleep on the floor." I looked down at the blanket I'd already spread and felt awkward. "Boss, I already dirtied this one. Let me change the cover for you." Around midnight, Luke said his throat hurt and he wanted pear soup. Ever the diligent worker, I jumped up and ran to the kitchen. I cut up a big snow pear, added fritillaria, white fungus, goji berries, and rock sugar, simmered it for half an hour, and poured it into a bowl. When I turned to carry it upstairs, I looked up right into Luke's mother's eyes. "Sweetheart, you didn't actually get up in the middle of the night to cook for him, did you?" I explained. "He's coughing a little, so I made some pear soup." Luke's mom's eyes filled with tears as she grabbed my hands. "You can't love someone so humbly. The more you give, the more he'll take advantage. What if, in the end, you're left with nothing?" But I had gotten something money. Precious money. I held her hands back and said, "Auntie, that doesn't matter to me. As long as Luke's okay, I'm happy." The next morning, Luke stormed in with a dark expression and asked what kind of spell I'd cast on his parents. "They woke me up at dawn and lectured me for 2 hours about not toying with your feelings. Jennifer, explain to me, what feelings do you even have for me? And tell me again, exactly how have I been toying with you?" Luke was so irritated he even lost his appetite for breakfast. Well, fine by me, I got to sleep in for 3 straight days. Near noon, Luke called and told me to pack his luggage. Panic rushed over me. "Boss, I only skipped breakfast duty for 3 days. You're not firing me, right?" "What? Jennifer, I'm firing you but still asking you to pack my bags? Does this house belong to you now? Am I getting kicked out of your place?" Oh, sorry. As long as I wasn't being fired, all was well. I hung up and started organizing his things. Seconds later, Luke sent a few more WeChat messages. "We're going camping. Pack me 2 thick jackets. Bring some meds, too, and grab snacks on the way. You're coming as well." My mouth twitched at that last line. Great sudden business trip. When we arrived, the conditions were rough, and I even had to share a tent with the boss. Luke leaned close to my ear. "This month's bonus, 20,000 extra." In an instant, I sprang into action, setting up the tent in record time. Standing at the entrance, I waved. "Boss, come on in." Something still felt off. The mountain wind was chilly that night. My jacket wasn't thick enough, and I was shivering hard. Luke draped his windbreaker over me and scolded. "Didn't I tell you to bring warmer clothes?" I laughed weakly. "Boss, when are we going to sleep?" "I'm dead tired." He pressed his lips together. "Wait a little longer." I waited and waited, not sure for what, until a loud boom lit up the sky. A massive firework burst overhead, then another, then another. The whole mountain glittered like a sea of stars. "Whoa, someone's setting off fireworks. So pretty. Wonder which rich fool spent all that money lucky for us." "Ha ha ha," Luke chuckled. "That fool would be me." "Huh?" I blinked. "Boss, I didn't mean to call you a rich fool, but why the fireworks?" Luke suddenly pulled out a single rose, like magic. "Jennifer, will you be my girlfriend?" Behind him, fireworks bloomed and fell. Before me, a rose glistened with dew. My brain short-circuited completely. "Boss, you're not seriously confessing to me, are you?" "What else?" "But, boss, I mean our current work. Your salary stays the same. Well, I guess that's fine then. Luke sighed, tucked the rose into my pocket, cupped my head, and kissed me. After becoming Luke's girlfriend, I worked even harder. When we traveled, I'd learn how to cook every new dish we tasted. When we watched movies, I'd jot down romantic ideas to surprise him later. Luke could only sigh helplessly. You're like a spinning top. Can't you just relax for once? On TV, a cheesy drama was playing. I was wiping dust off the coffee table. Smiling, I said, I can't rest. I'm getting paid, remember? Luke hesitated. Then, what if I stop paying you? I instantly tossed the rag aside. Luke said, Kristen's engagement banquet is in a few days. We have to go. Who? Kristen. I remembered his old arranged match candidate. Oh? Who's she getting engaged to? A cousin of mine. So it really was still a family alliance. I asked curiously. What about you? You're off the hook now? Luke flicked my forehead. Why do you always ask such dumb questions? I grabbed some juice from the fridge, turned around and froze. He was down on one knee. What happened? Did you hurt your knee? I reached out to help him. Luke finally snapped. Jennifer, I'm proposing. Can you at least look at the ring? Ah, chew. I sneezed. Who'd have guessed I'd come down with a fever the same night I got proposed to? Luke clumsily cooked me ginger tea and seafood porridge. I ate it tearfully, bite by bite. Luke gently wiped my face with a towel. As long as you like it, eat more. Maybe you should try it yourself. I've never had seafood porridge taste this bad in my life. After some fever medicine, I fell asleep. Half awake, I felt a cool touch on my forehead. Luke must have been applying an ice pack. Thanks to his care, I recovered in a day. The next morning, I felt refreshed. I walked into the kitchen to find Luke stirring something strange with a wooden spoon. What's that? I asked. Luke ladled out a small bowl and set it in front of me. I made another batch of seafood porridge. If you like it, eat more later. Propping his chin in his hands, he looked at me expectantly. How's the taste? I took a tiny sip and forced a smile. Not bad. He promptly added another big scoop. Eat up. It'll help you recover faster.